Alright folks, here it is. Culprit. Conservator. I don't know if you guys know, but if you have a Conservator, you also have a GE. Yes, I'm not lying to you. This is basically a GE. It says Conservator, Crossley Group, but this is exactly like a GE. So this guy is a customer's, and we are about to check what is wrong with it. They're saying that it is not washing. Let's see what's going on. Alright, so here we go. This guy has a big boo-boo on it. I took the basket off of here, and for those that don't know, this has a basket on here, and your belt goes here around this pulley, around this guy. But as you can see, there's our problem. That's why it's not washing. So in order to get to this part, you have to take the basket that's on here. There's a screw here, there'll be a screw back here, and a screw on the other side. Let's see if we can show you guys here. So you'll have a screw right here. Oh, there we go. You'll have a screw right here. You'll have a screw right here. This guy. Let's see. Oh, can't aim the camera here. Right there. And then you'll have a screw back here that's connected to this ground. And that screw goes, there you go, right here. Let's see, there it is, right here. That's where it goes. So, once you take that basket off, you find yourself with the mess here. Well, like I said, this thing is built just like a GE, exactly the same, everything. Transmission, motor, speed sensor, clutch, everything. Everything on here is just like a GE. So, turn this guy around. Alright. Oh, something in my eye. Okay. As you can see, that guy's broken. So this is what holds the belt into place. I'm not sure how this happened. I mean, this is kind of a first for me here. I've never seen something like this. But we're going to have to remove it and take it off, replace it with the new one. Check if the speed sensor is not cracked. It doesn't look like it. It still looks like it's in place and everything. But we're going to have to test it. We're going to have to run a speed test. A spin test, and see if the motor, if the speed sensor is not damaged, but it doesn't look like it. It looks like everything's still good there. So let's go ahead and take this off. So we have to take this nut off first. This nut has to come off. It's a 9/16 in order to take this guy off. The only thing is, as you can see, there's nothing holding it, so we might have to take the motor off in order to take that guy out, because once we start turning this, well, it's just going to keep turning. So I would say let's put the belt on, but it's not going to hold it. So I think I'm going to have to take the motor off, put a screwdriver in there to hold the motor from turning, take this guy off, and then put a new pulley on it, new belt, check the speed sensor. Hopefully that's not damaged, and we should have a up and running washing machine again. So let's take that pulley off and start with some tools. Okay, let's see here. We're gonna have to take off that motor. We'll take off the motor before we take off anything else. So we're gonna have to start by removing this clip here, because that's what connects the motor. And then we're gonna have to disconnect the clip back here that connects the speed sensor. Let's see here, this guy right here. That one. I'm gonna take that off. See that little red switch right here? That little red thing right there, you're gonna have to pull the red part out. Let me show you real quick. See if I can. Let's see here. Pop it out. There you go. So there you go. See? Pops out. You pop it back in. There you go. And then you just grab the end there and pop it out. That's it. Once that's popped out, you can you depress that guy there, and you can pull it out. The same thing with no, where are we going? Oh, having camera issues here. Okay, here we go. So this guy right here. So you depress that guy, pull it out. Okay. So let's see here. Push this guy in. And you don't have to push too hard, because you don't want to crack it, because all this stuff is made out of plastic, like everything else, and it'll break, and you'll have more issues. You don't want more issues than you already have. So, let's see. Let's depress this guy. Okay, let me take it off. Now, let's take off that motor. The motor has two bolts. One right here and one right here. You gotta take those two off. Those are 1/2 inch. So let's go ahead and pull those guys out. Those guys, we'll take those off, and then this motor slides to the left, and you can pull it out. Oh, hold on a second. Let's put that guy back in there. Alright, let's take this guy off. Come on. I'm going to hold it so it doesn't fall on you. What I like to do is, here we go. What I like to do is I like to tighten it first a little bit so it loosens the bolt, and then unscrew it, you know, so I don't have to struggle so much. So let's go ahead and turn off that flashlight so we can conserve battery. Alright. Let's go ahead and put this camera somewhere where you guys can see it. Let's see here. Alright, so here's the motor. I'll take that pulley off. And then this is your speed sensor right here. There's a little chip right there. There, but it doesn't seem to be much of a big issue, but we'll check on it. Usually this thing will crack and everything. Here's the little clip that I was telling you guys about. You push it in, you know, that's when it's locked into place. And you pull it out, and then you can depress this guy, pull that guy out. Okay, so let's we're gonna have to put a screwdriver in here or something so we can keep it from turning. and you'll see like there's these little holes down there. There you go, you see one right in there. Let's see, that hole right there. We'll put a screwdriver in there so it stops it from turning, and then we'll take off that 9/16. So let's find a screwdriver, because yeah, this thing is, looks like it melted on the off of there. That's crazy. Okay, so we'll put a screwdriver in this guy, and what it'll do is it'll hold it into place from spinning while I try to take it off. So let's get my 9/16 here. There it is. Put that bad boy there. And let's try to there we go. See that? Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Ooh, wow. What the heck is going on here? Oh no. This thing's like melted on there. Huh. Now, this did some real nice work on it. I'm gonna struggle a little bit, but we will be able to get it out. Let's see here. Where is... I'm gonna have to pry it out a little bit. Set the screwdriver here. Oh, that's not it. Where's my screwdriver? Okay. Let me find a screwdriver. It's not here anymore. Where's the screwdriver? Okay. There it is. Okay. So I had another one here, but I'm missing. Alright. Okay, so this guy, yeah, we're gonna have to pry this thing out. It's melted on there. Oh yeah, it's definitely melted on there. Let's see, hold on. Maybe we can use some muscle power here. There we go. There we go. But see that? I melted it on there. That's not good at all. I've never seen it do that before. We're gonna have to get all that stuff off of there. That's gonna be a nice little mission. Okay. Let's go ahead and take all this junk off of there first. That is crazy. The friction melted it on there. I think what I'm gonna have to do is heat this up. I'm gonna have to heat it up and just take it off. Let it melt off. Because this is not gonna come off. Yeah, we're gonna have to use some firepower on this. Let's see here. There's pieces coming off. Little by little. There we go. Knock that part off of there. But yeah, these parts right here. This is where the other pulley slides on, and all this stuff is melted on there. we're gonna have to heat this pulley up. I mean, heat this the shaft and try to get that out of there. But let's see if I can try something real quick. Let's see. This guy right here, like a little toothpick guy. Let's see if I can take this off of there. We're gonna have to put the screwdriver back in there so it holds into place, so it stops turning on you. There we go. And then we'll kind of like chiseled it out of there, I guess. Oh yeah. This is gonna work right here. Definitely. Yep. It's working. Yeah, it's melted on there nice. Yep. It's on there very nice. Alright. It is coming off, folks. We got little mini Thor's hammer here. It's working out. All right. Let's try that some more. Yep. Yep. There. Wow. Yep, this is the first one for me, folks. I have never seen this before like this. I've seen the belt wrap around, but I haven't ever seen this pulley ever melt on the motor before. I'm actually glad we're making this video because I don't think you would have believed me if I told you. Alright. Let's put that screwdriver in here. Okay. Work. There's just still gonna have to go forward also. There's still some pieces on there. So let's go forward. Oh, let's put that screwdriver back in there. Take the speed sensor out. Almost looks like the teeth are messed up. What I'm going to do is there's some that are really gunked up. This guy here. Let's try with the little flathead here. Just chisel that stuff off. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish doing this and then I'll be back with you guys. Alright folks, we're back. So, as you can see, we took most of it off. I think we took off enough to where we could put it back on. See that? There's bits here and there still on the tip. You can see that through the camera. So let's see if I can smooth those out too. Alright, so I'll try to take off a little bit more, and I think that's as best as we're going to be able to get, because I'm going to try to put on the pulley and see what happens. But it's a big difference in what it was. This thing was, yeah, I don't know what the heck happened there, or how it happened, but it melted it. Melted, got turned into little pieces. Where's the other pieces? I don't know where it went, but yeah, it completely melted it. It like grinded it to oblivion. So that one's no good. Alright, so now let's put it back on. Hopefully that pulley will fit. You know, it's a lot better shape than what it was. So I'm pretty sure I can put the pulley on there now. And put the 9/16s back on, and let's see what happens. Alright folks, let's put it here. And basically, I'm just gonna repeat the process. Put your motor back on. And we got the speed sensor that's on there doesn't look like it's broken or anything. There's a little chip on it, but we got a speed sensor here just in case when we test it. And that's the part number there. And we got a new pulley. And that's the part number there. And this guy comes with a new nut and everything. Matter of fact, let me show you guys a side-by-side comparison of what the new one looks like next to the old one. It's all damaged. Let's see. Alright, so here's the old one. That's what that one looks like. Let's put that down. Look at that. He like totally ate it. It's crazy. You know what? Like grinded it crazy like. That is what it's supposed to look like. So there you go. Like I said, I don't know how it happened. I really don't. But it's definitely not supposed to look like that. So, okay. Let's go ahead and put this motor back on. Let's see here. Put the shaft facing down. And you want to start this. Oh yeah, so there's these two little notches on here. There's this little guy, and then there's that little guy. Those notches go in these holes. That hole right there, and that hole right there. Once they're sat on there, you know that your motor is into place. So you'll feel it immediately. Let's see. There's that one. And there's that one. So just hold it into place and start your bolts. Okay. Let's see. Got a 1/2 inch. Back on. Okay, so let's connect our speed sensor here back into place, and then lock it back into place. Let's plug in our motor. There you go. And now let's see. So you want to, when you put this thing, make sure that your these lines are facing down. That's where the belt is gonna go. So looks like we're good. Yeah, looks like we're gonna be all right. So just put this guy back on so it doesn't fall again. And then on this one, I don't like to use the compact because if you tighten this thing too much, you'll crack this. And now that I'm thinking about it, that may have been what happened. They may have tightened this too hard that it cracked this, and now we had a big hole in it. That's maybe what happened here. Not too sure, but that could have been what happened. So we're gonna use regular drill. Okay. Let's change this guy. And we're going to set this to, let's go with 14. Oh. Okay. Pull this guy out a little bit more. There we go. 9/16. There we go. Okay. That should be good. You don't want to over tighten this thing because then you'll break it. And like I said, I think that's what happened. Okay, so now let's clean this thing. You can see this pulley over here has all kinds of grease on it. You don't want that. Have a belt sliding all over the place, and then it could pop off, and I don't want that. So let's clean this thing as best as possible. Okay, here's that. Now, where is our belt? Actually, it's make sure this belt's not messed up. Well, that's good. So let's clean this one up too. Alright. And then what I like to do is I like to put it all the way to the top, not too far to the bottom, because then it'll slip off or it'll start fraying. So everybody has a different way of putting these on. Some people will start over here and then put it onto here. I start from the small pulley. To me, it's a lot easier. Small pulley, and then just twist it around, hold it into place, and just twist it around. Oh, no, that's it. I'm supposed to do that. There you go. And then we put it up. There we go. Just turn it a few times just to make sure it's on there. Okay. There we go. Now it's back on. So let's go ahead and put our basket back on. Let's give it a whirl. Alright, so this is the basket I was talking about. This thing goes on here. See that? It just covers everything. This thing's all full of grease and stuff too, so let's clean that up a little bit. So, all that nastiness in there. Okay. Now, you're not going to get it super clean, but you can get it as clean as possible. Okay. Alright. Good. Let's clean the outside. Grease that came through it. Alright, here we go. See? There we go. That looks better. Okay, now your ground, you want to make sure that it's out here because it goes on one of those screws. And your screws. Let's see here. These guys. Oh. Let's see. These are 3/8. So what I like to do is I like to pre-start these bad boys. That one in there. That one. And this one. This last one, this is the one that goes on this ground. So make sure you put the ground on there first. And then put it in. Okay. Let's make sure that guy went in right. Put it back on our trusty handle here. And these ones I hand tight because if you mess these up, strip them, I'm gonna get new ones. So there we go. The gun's on. This on. And that one's on. All right. Looks like we're pretty good here. Stuff, and we'll be right back. All right, folks, let's do this. We're gonna test this guy, make sure it actually works. So we're gonna take the lock off of here. That back out of there. Module. Now, I don't know if many of you have ever noticed that in the back of these GE dryers, there is that guy, that Ethernet port. I'll show you what it's for. Now, when you're a service provider for GE, you're able to get this module here. Not sure if it's sold to the public. I mean, I'm pretty sure you could get one on eBay or something like that. That someone's not selling anymore. But that's the information there. That's the model number. And if you can get one, actually I think they scratched off the part number for some reason, or just crossed it out. But it looks like it's, oh, there we go, look, took it off. Nice, I don't know why they did that. Unless they have unless they've updated it or something, but that was the part number there. William X 05X15004. Yeah, actually, that's the first time I've ever noticed that. Anyway, this is a GE module. Let's see there, GE. And we're gonna plug it in. Oh, actually, you know what? I think you are able to get a module, but it's not like this one. I think they sell one for the public, but it's smaller, and it doesn't do all the stuff that I'm gonna do with this one. So let's see what we can do here. I'm gonna have to switch phones because all the module stuff is on this one. Okay, there we go. that real quick because I need this one. So on this one, like I was saying earlier, that module, I think you can get the module. The only thing is you need to have a subscription for it in order to do what I'm about to do. Because you have this app here, the Smart HQ service, but it's only for service providers. So unless you're a service provider, I don't think you can get an account. So you're not gonna be able to do the things that I'm gonna do to this machine. So, but I'll show you what I'm gonna do. Like I can control everything through that module, and test everything. I can test valves, agitator, spin. I can see if there's any error codes and erase them. It's a pretty good little program here that they made for service providers. And like I said, if you can get it and get access to it, it comes in handy. Anyway, you turn it on, you plug it in, move the knob so it's actually on, and then hit that Bluetooth so it starts connecting to it. And you'll see once it connects, it'll tell you like the model number, serial number, all that stuff. I'll show you guys. Bam, there you go. See, right away it pulled up 4 faults. Has 4 faults in it, and most likely it was faults from before. Has an F3, went off 4 times, locked rotor, critical fault, F29, suds lock, abatement failure, F28, 1 time, option, knobs, feedback invalid, F31, 8 times, out of balance on the final spin. So go ahead and clear those out. We're done with that. Let's go back. Now we have no more faults. We're going to diagnostic mode. Let's go to operate loads. And first let's go with, well, I don't have it connected to the water right now, but we can listen to the valves. Go into service mode on the bottom there. You enter service mode, you're going to hear it, go into it, and we'll hear a humming when I hit the hot water. There it goes. That means it's working. Turn it off. Now when you're actually doing the diagnostic, you hit that water valve and then you hit the cold valve, and it's gonna it's gonna spit out water for about a minute, and then that'll let you know that everything's good. But right now I don't have it connected to the water, so I'm just listening to the sound. Cold valve sounds good. All right, now let's go to the pump. I don't think I have, let's see, there's the pump. Hopefully it won't spit out water. There's nothing, you can hear the pump. So turn that off. And your mode shifter, you can put it into mode. All it will do is it'll put the shifter into spin and to agitate. It won't actually start it, but you'll be able to hear it. So we'll put it into spin. And you guys won't be able to hear it probably, but I can. And it'll say on the bottom there, mode shift, status, spin. So now let's put it into agitate. And I can hear it moving into agitate. There it is. So we're good there. Let's test our lid lock. And then you'll see what it says unlocked, locked, and then unlock. And then change to unlock. Sorry about the noise, it's starting to get windy outside. So then we're going to go into diagnostic tests. Oh, there you go. And you have spin cycle, agitate, LED, lid lock test, your pressure sensor test. Right now what we're going to do is we're going to do a spin cycle. And what you're looking for on your spin cycle is you're looking at the basket speed and the target speed. This particular machine I believe goes up to like 700 RPMs. So it may go up higher, but I'm pretty sure it's 700, maybe even 750. We're going to spin, start the spin action, and it'll slowly start increasing the spin, and you'll start seeing the graph there go up and up in as it increases in RPMs. So let's start that. I should move this guy up. It locks. I can hear it moving into spin. And there it goes. So as it starts spinning, you start seeing this guy increasing. You see right there, the target speed is 140. It's at 139. So as long as the basket meets the target speed, you're going good. That means your speed sensor is good. Now it increased to 450. $414. 449. 450. You hear squeaking in there. There's got to be something in there that's making that thing squeak. There you go, 750. So yeah, this one goes all the way up to 750. Okay, 749. There's your 750. It held it. That's good. That means your speed sensor is good. Everything's good on the spin cycle. And then after a while, it'll just it'll stop on its own once it's actually done. so you don't have to actually stop it. You don't want to stop it, so you can continue to monitor it and make sure that the RPMs are still holding. So on this one, it's still holding at 750. Maybe off by one sometimes, 749, 750, 749, 750, but as long as it's not dropping real crazy, you'll be all right. Sometimes it'll increase, 751, 750, 749, 750, 751, back and forth, but you're good in that range. As you can see, it's still holding. There it is. It stopped on its own, and then you'll see it just drop. And it'll tell you the RPMs as it's going all the way down until the tub is completely stopped, and it'll show you 0 RPMs. And then once it's down to 0, it'll release the lock. There you go. Alright, now let's test the agitate. And same thing. You got your agitate start and the stop. So on this one, we're kind of looking for hills. You know, as it agitates one way and then it agitates the other way, you know, clockwise, counterclockwise, clockwise, counterclockwise, clockwise, counterclockwise, then clockwise, and then counterclockwise again, you know, back and forth. So you'll see hills like going up and down, up and down. So let's start that one. You can hear the shifter changing, and there it goes. Show you guys. Okay, so that's what we want to see there. And then on your monitor, there you go. There you go, little hills, up and down, and it'll continue like that until you tell it to stop. This one won't stop, it'll just continue. So, as of now, it looks like everything is good. I don't have any other errors or anything. You can exit out of there. And we are good. So, this unit is gonna be back in service because everything passed. Go ahead and disconnect the module from back here. Like I said, if you can get one of these, and I'm not too sure whether you can get service if the public can just get service to it, because you have to have an account and you got to pay a monthly subscription for it. So I'm not sure if you can actually get a hold of GE and pay your subscription, but I wouldn't recommend it anyway unless you're a service provider doing this as a job, you know what I mean, of your everyday thing. I would recommend it. It's a lot easier, makes things a lot faster. You're in and out of people's homes, but if not, then you can just you can use the service manual. It's usually on the bottom of the machine, stuck to the left bottom corner back there, and it'll be let me see if I have one here somewhere. It'll be like this. It'll be like that, and it'll be taped up on the bottom of it. And you can see, you'll probably tear it because it has some blue tape on it, but that part doesn't matter. And you'll be able to get all your the same thing that I did through the module. You'll be able to do it with this guy. You just follow the instructions and you should be good. Alright, so sorry I don't have jokes for you guys and all that stuff like other videos, but I like to get straight to the point. I don't like to waste your time. That's it for this video. Like and subscribe, do me a big one, and I guess that's it. We'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.